So I've been selling lumber for over 15 years now, and I've had one question more than any other in my career. So if you want to know what that question is and the answer, stick around and we'll dive into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just got back to the mill with a load of poplar here. It's actually a truckload of poplar I picked up from another sawmill. Some really nice stuff, about 1,300 board feet, little over. Yes, I do buy lumber from other mills. I don't saw every single thing I sell here myself, just because I don't always have access to the logs and what exactly I need. Especially poplar. Right here in my immediate area, I don't have super nice poplar, but if you go south a little bit, there's some really nice poplar. So I end up buying a lot of my poplar because I use a lot of it. Probably sell more poplar than anything, just for molding and selling it retail to woodworkers and that kind of thing. So today we're gonna get this stuff off the truck and get it on stickers and get it into a kiln. So I'm gonna get this unstrapped here. As you can see, I'm fighting it with one hand. I'm gonna get it unstrapped and we'll get to stacking. So for those of you that may not know, this is green lumber I just picked up. The mill I bought it from is more of a wholesale mill. They don't do any kiln drying. So I have to kiln dry this before I can sell it or use it. And I can't stick it in the kiln the way it is flat stacked like this, because I need to be able to get airflow between each row of boards. So I have to take each row, stack it down, put stickers between it, and then we can put it in the kiln. So that's what I'm going to start working on now. I'll set you down here and I'll get a row down. There's some nice wide boards. Poplar, you generally get wider boards than a lot of the other types of wood, because it's a faster growing tree, gives you bigger logs. Okay, This is an 8-foot stack. So on an 8-foot stack, I use 5 stickers, evenly spaced. Now, for the reason you guys all tuned in today. So, like I said in the intro, I've been doing this quite a while. I get asked questions about everything. Sawing, kiln drying, logs, lumber, woodworking, the Christmas tree farm, my parents' dog, everything. Which I enjoy talking to my customers. I always like, you know, BSing a little bit and all that. But there is one question that I have gotten from more people, more than any other question. And I'm not trying to be clickbaity. I hope you guys aren't disappointed. It's nothing earth-shattering, but I actually think it's hilarious. I get a chuckle every time somebody asks me because I get it probably once a week. So if you've ever been here before, you know this is one of the buildings I sell lumber out of. That's all filled with kiln dried lumber. And out in front here where we're stacking, I have this rack of stickers. And I have had more people over the years stop, pick one of these up, look at it, and say, what is that? And some of you might know, this is called an Aeroflow sticker. I buy these. They have a patented design that, you know, this sticker's patented. And the reason for these stickers in particular, when you're stacking white woods like poplar and maple, depending on the time of year, we're at the end of summer here, you risk staining. You risk sticker stain. And what sticker stain is, everywhere you have a sticker, you can get a shadow line on the boards that when it's dry, it will not plane off. Some staining, you know, you'll get weather staining, that kind of stuff. That'll usually plane off on most woods. But on these white woods, you can potentially get a stain through the surface of the wood that you'll be left with that you can't get rid of. So the reason for these airflow stickers, if you see, they have these little ridges. So they sit on the board. The next layer of lumber is going to be right on top of that. And all that touches the board is these little ridges, so you don't get sticker stain. I'll compare that with my regular stickers that I use for most woods. These are just a 3/4, actually mine are about 7/8 thick, just a flat strip. So you have all that surface area that would be against the wood that would leave you a sticker stain. So that's the $50 million question that I get asked over and over. People just, it's something about them, it's something about the way they look, it catches people's eyes. I've had them called candy canes and all kinds of different things. People think they're some kind of decorative molding, but no, in reality, all they are is kiln sticks. Like I said, I buy these. I believe it's kilnsticks.com is the company that sells these. So that is that. So I'm going to keep stacking here, and once I get both these bundles stacked, taking me quite a while here, I'm working by myself today, then I'm going to move them into the kiln. Alright, so I had to cut you guys off a little bit. I had some customers in and out here, but honestly, how long do you want to watch me stack lumber? It's not that exciting. But this is my finished product. This is the way I like to see it. Nice, perfectly straight, even stacks. Look at those stickers in there, nice and vertical. That's how you do it. So these two stacks are going in the kiln. And before we can do that, I'll show you the setup here. We got some cherry I just pulled out of the kiln. That's got to get off the track. Look at that. You guys ever try to grow a garden? It's difficult to grow a garden, and then you see something like that. A weed growing straight out of the gravel. Unbelievable. Anyway. So this is a stack of cherry that's now kiln dried. This stuff is ready for sale, but I need to grade through it, sort out the different grades and that kind of thing. But that's not going to happen today. So this is just going into a building for now. So I'm going to get the loader, pop this off of here, and then we're going to load up the poplar. I'm going to have to make some kind of mount for this loader because I can't work this steering. All right, so I had to cut you guys off a little bit. I had some customers in and out here, but honestly, how long do you want to watch me stack lumber? It's not that exciting. But this is my finished product. This is the way I like to see it. Nice, perfectly straight, even stacks. Look at those stickers in there, nice and vertical. That's how you do it. So these two stacks are going in the kiln. And before we can do that, I'll show you the setup here. We got some cherry. I just pulled out of the kiln. That's got to get off the track. Look at that. You guys ever try to grow a garden? It's difficult to grow a garden, and then you see something like that. A weed growing straight out of the gravel. Unbelievable. Anyway. So this is a stack of cherry that's now kiln dried. This stuff is ready for sale, but I need to grade through it, sort out the different grades and that kind of thing. But that's not going to happen today. So this is just going into a building for now. So I'm going to get the loader, pop this off of here, and then we're going to load up the poplar. So I'm going to have to make some kind of mount to mount the camera here on the loader because I can't work the steering wheel and the loader levers with one hand and hold the camera. It's just too much. So I hate putting you guys up on the roof all the time, but it's where you get your best view, but then I can't really talk at you. And everybody loves when I talk at them. At least that's what they say in the comments. So for right now, I think you're going to have to go up on the roof before I dump this stack of lumber everywhere and make a huge mess. On the track. Use the winch to winch her in. Takes a little tap. That's all there is to it. We go into the kiln, I'll set up the baffles. For those of you that are interested in the kiln, there's going to be a lot more videos about the kiln coming up. It's beyond the scope of this video, but if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and like this video, and that way you'll stay up to date and get my new content coming out, and we'll tackle the kiln and all that stuff in more detail coming up. All right, that poplar's in its home for the next week and a half, 2 weeks while it dries, and we'll pull it out and we'll go through that. Really no grading required there. That's all select lumber in that lot. A really nice batch of poplar. So hopefully you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.